Today is July 20th, 2017. Tonight on GAYXYZ, we're going to discuss the death of lead singer Linkin Park, Chester Bennington of Linkin Park. Um, Rentboy CEO facing prison. We're going to discuss that and why. We're also going to discuss Mariah Carey and why she doesn't give a shit anymore, Game of Thrones, House of Potomac, Caitlyn Jenner, all that and so much more tonight on GAYXYZ.
It starts with
one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I've put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I've put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to GAYXYZ. It is July 20th, 2017, and that was Linkin Park in the end. Really good song. I don't know how many of you are fans of Linkin Park, but the lead singer, committed suicide today. Was it today, Jason?
Yes, today.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
That's Jason. Hello, Jason. Sorry. I didn't introduce you. Sorry.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. So his name is Chester Bennington, and he was 41 years old. He's actually a year younger than me. And he killed himself. So I'm not sure why. I don't know what happened or what he's going through, but most of the time people who are singers and, songwriters, typically pretty sensitive people. So I'm not sure what he was going through, but do you have any idea, Jason, what's going on with him?
Yes. So I have been following Linkin Park for years. I think the height of their career was like in the early 2000s.
Yes.
Because I was in college around the time. I was actually a freshman in college, and Linkin Park was like my favorite rock pop band of all time. Well, to me, now I'm not gonna say of all time, but to me, because I don't listen to rock music that much, but they are one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
But he's a lead singer. I think I watched an interview with him a few years ago, and he admitted that, he was sexually abused as a child. And so when he was sexually abused as a child, later on in life, he resorted to drugs and alcohol. And he struggled with that for years.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just recently had became clean. And when I say recently, probably within the past maybe 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And he did a little bit of acting. He was in the Saw movie. Actually, I watched him just the other night. I think he was in Saw 6, I want to say.
I wouldn't know. I don't watch those movies.
And he was in that movie where he had to try to get out of something by a certain amount of time or whatever. And so he had a little small appearance in that. And so it's just crazy that he's gone, like he just committed suicide. I mean, it just clearly shows you that depression and alcohol and drugs, that stuff is not a joke. I mean, there are just people who are just committing suicide left and right these days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very unfortunate. He was 41 years old. He was married. I'm not sure if he had any kids, but I know he was married and that type of thing. And I mean, it sucks. And they were supposed to be coming to Dallas next month for a concert.
Mm-hmm.
And with this happening today, I don't know if they're still going to go on with the tour. I don't know if they're going to postpone it. I don't know if they're going to cancel it. But we'll just have to see what happens with the group and everything, and just go from there. But I mean, he wrote a lot of songs for hip hop artists and that type of thing, and performed and everything. I mean, it's just a sad situation because I really do like that group.
Well, also, I mean, it shows you that which is this is not uncommon, unfortunately, that these things happen. We just hear about them because they're famous, so we hear about them obviously more often. But people who are famous, go through depression and everything else just because they're famous or wealthy, or maybe I don't know how wealthy he was, but he was wealthy-ish, I'm sure. They still have issues. I mean, life has nothing to do really with how much money you have or whatever. It makes it easier, but it doesn't solve your problems. So it's sad that he had so much going for him and he had to kill himself for whatever reason he did. It's really sad. I'm sorry to hear that.
Right. So I always tell people, if you're suffering, with depression or, drugs and alcohol or any type of mental illness or anything of that nature, please go get help, because mental illness and depression and, drugs and alcohol, it's not going to turn out well if you hold off on it. So,
well, also, I mean, depression, when you're in the midst of a depression, I mean, I've certainly gone through depression in my life and several times. And when I was 19, almost killed myself. And so I certainly understand the depths of it, and I understand how people can get to that point. But when you're in the midst of it, you don't really see clearly, you don't think clearly. And so, like you just said, if you exacerbate your depression by using drugs or alcohol, it just makes you more depressed or worse off. So it makes you not think straight,
Right. So, and it's also just a temporary fix. A lot of people, say that, it temporarily makes them feel better, which it probably does. But, once you come off of that high or, sober up, I mean, the problem is still there at the end of the day.
Yes.
So,
yes, it is.
So just
well, wherever you go,
through that, just please get help.
Wherever you go, there you are. You can't escape yourself. That's just the fact, So even if you take drugs or run away from something, it's always going to come back to haunt you. But anyway, that's sad. But, just like with Kurt Cobain, whom I don't think, by the way, committed suicide. I think he was murdered by someone his wife knew. I think she had it done, but that's another story. And a lot of people think that too, and not just me, but if you look at the facts. But I think that, a lot of people who kill themselves are just, unfortunately, they feel alone. It's ironic because, as I was saying, when you're that famous, you're surrounded by people all the time, but that can be the loneliest. You know what I mean? When you're surrounded by all these people you don't necessarily know or care that much about, you have all these fans screaming your name or whatever, but they don't really know you. They just know your persona. And so that could be really sad. So I can see how it could be depressing. Anyway.
Right. So condolences to, his bandmates, his family, and his friends, because I'm sure they're going through a difficult time right now. So
let's talk about O.J. Simpson.
Yes. So he went in front of the parole board in Nevada. For those who don't know, he has been in prison for the past 9 years, I believe, for for stealing his own sports memorabilia, which I think is crazy for a 9-year sentence. But when it belongs to you. But that's just my personal opinion. But anyway, so O.J. Simpson was granted parole Thursday, which is today, after more than 8 years in prison for a Las Vegas hotel heist. Successfully making his case a nationally televised hearing that which y'all know about, which happened back in 1995 when he was arrested and put on trial for the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. So now he's currently 70 years old. He was serving initially a 33-year sentence. First of all, let me pause there. A 33-year sentence for stealing your own sports memorabilia is a little extreme. I'm just going to say. I mean, there are people who have killed people. And, well, I guess I can't say that was him, but who have done, worse crimes and have done less sentences.
It's because it was O.J. Simpson. It's because he got away with murder that she did that really stiff sentence, even though it was within the rights of the law for her to do that. And so she did it with him specifically because everybody knew he got away with murder, so she made him punished as much as she could. So I'd say it's fine. Good for her.
Right. So the parole commissioners deliberated for about 30 minutes. And it says that he lowered his head and then raised it with a big smile. And he said, thank you. As an emotional Simpson while his sister. So it's like he's really grateful for getting out. He's supposed to be released in October. And people are saying, oh, do you think he'll be a threat to society once he gets out? I personally don't think he will. I think he'll get out and do what he needs to do to get back up on his feet and everything. Now, another people raised a question. They were saying, well, how is he going to make money? Now, that I don't know. I don't know if he's going to, maybe he can get back into the NFL possibly and coach or, be an assistant coach.
That's not going to happen. None of that's going to happen. He is persona non grata. No one is ever going to hire him anywhere. I don't care who it is. And somebody's in his family or friend or something, maybe. Is that guy that was his friend still alive that drove the Bronco or whatever in the 90s?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know where else he's going to stay because everybody else is dead. He's killed a couple of them. But anyway. But it's for me, I drink apple juice because OJ will kill you. So, anyway.
So he's scheduled to be released in October. So yeah, his
didn't I read something about him getting in trouble for masturbating in jail?
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
There was something on The View or something yesterday about him getting in trouble because he's masturbating in jail, and or some show, and they were saying, "Well, what else are you supposed to do in jail?" I mean, I didn't know you could get in trouble for that, but I guess you can.
Yeah, well, in jail you can. I mean, I used to watch a lot. Well, I'm not used to. I still do. I watch Lockup all the time on MSNBC, and people get busted for masturbating all the time.
Why?
I don't know. It's so weird to me. It's not like
that
they're
makes no
violating
sense.
someone else.
Right.
They're just in their cell jerking off, and I guess that's like a no-no. And then they have the nerve to put them in solitary confinement.
That's ridiculous.
I'm like, really?
That's ridiculous. That's just unnecessary and cruel punishment, in my opinion. I mean, because everybody's human and they need a sexual outlet, and they're not allowed to have sex with each other. They're not supposed to. Of course, it happens all the time. But they can't even have sex with themselves. That's just stupid. Because they're going to do it anyway.
There was this one where a guy masturbated in jail, and he was minding his own business. He was in his bunk, I'm assuming. And he had a cell to himself. And I guess maybe some deputy was doing some walk arounds and checking cells or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I guess he or she saw what he was doing. And he had to go in front of like the warden.
Yeah.
And they gave him like a few days of like solitary confinement. I'm like, that makes no fucking sense to me.
Well, I remember when I was watching Oz that, as I recall, well, first of all, they're having sex all the time on Oz. But in terms of like masturbating and stuff, there was not a big deal. So I don't know why in real life it makes no sense. It's stupid. You're right. It's dumb. It's dumb.
So O.J. Simpson's sentence was initially scheduled to end on September 29th, 2022. But he's going to be released in October. It says, under the terms of the parole, Simpson is permitted to drink alcohol, but not to excess. If tests show that he has a blood alcohol of 0.08 or higher, that will be considered excess. So we'll see. Actually, I mean, in a small way, I'm kind of hoping that he does well when he gets out, as far as just making sure he doesn't get any more trouble. I mean, I'm not a fan of his, but I'm not wishing the worst for him either. I'm just hoping that he just gets out and does the right thing and gets back out into society and does the right thing. If that happens, I don't know. I would hope so, but we have to see once once he's released in October. But a lot of people, feel a little raw about it that he's getting out. People from over 20 years ago are still pissed about what he did. And, when I was younger, because when this happened, I was in the ninth grade, I believe. So I was maybe like a freshman in high school, somewhere around there. And, when they initially read the verdict and said he was not guilty, I was happy. But that was because at that time I feel like I didn't know any better. I was kind of going along with the popular crowd, I guess. And I was like, oh yeah, he's not guilty and yada 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 and that type of thing and all that good stuff. But now as I think about it, and I get older, I'm like, I don't know if I was like, clearly I was just cheering on just to be cheering on. But now that I think about it when I'm older, I'm like, oh, he probably did kill those people and possibly got away with it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I'm one of the few black people to say that. But
I don't understand why people, though. I don't care if you're white or black or whatever. And when I remember that verdict was read, I was actually a sophomore in college at SMU. And I was actually in Kroger, and I was getting a money order to pay my rent or something. And that's exactly when the verdict came. And it was on the TV, and everybody stopped and looked, and the verdict was read over the TV. And all the black people around me were cheering, and all the white people around me were going, "What? Are you kidding?" Whatever. And so I still understand why it's such a racial thing, because either he killed her or he didn't. Did the evidence show that he did or she didn't? And I think that anybody with a rational mind who's being objective, not looking at it based on race, one way or the other, would say that he was the one who had the means, opportunity, and the motive for killing those people. No one else did. And he left his fucking bloody glove in the truck and blah, 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 all this other shit. So obviously he did it. But why? It's amazing to me that sometimes people's race trumps reason. So it's like, your whole race as
that's
a black
just
person.
the way the judicial system is.
I'm not talking about the judicial system. I'm talking about the people who were cheering on for him having won. They were all black people, and they were all saying yay, but they were completely blinded by the fact that he obviously did this. They're just based on race. Because to me, I understand at the time, if you remember the Rodney King thing, in the early 90s and stuff, and that was this was not too long after that it's, that whole thing happened. And so at that time, the climate, I think in the early 90s, as I recall anyway, was very tense between black people and white people, especially in LA, but in general. And people were upset about the fact that Rodney King would happen to him, which they should have been. But I think that this was one of the rare times where a black man got away with murder. Do you know what I mean? Because if it had been a white man...
No, I agree, because I was the same way. Like I said, I initially was one of the people that cheered, but I was 14 years old at the time. So...
Well, I'm just saying, if it had been a white man that got away with murder, it'd been like business as usual. Because if you have enough money and you get the right skin color, you can get away with anything. But the fact that a black man got away with it, I think in that sense that a lot of black people were like excited, because for once they were not treated like a second class, because he was rich. He was just like a white guy, except he was black. You know what I mean? In every way, if he'd been anybody else, he would have been a problem. So anyway, I'm just saying, I think it's interesting.
I tell people that I'm not black, I'm dark white.
You're dark white?
Yes, that's what I tell them. I got pulled over Friday, which I'm going to tell you a little bit later, and I told the police, I was like, I'm not African American.
Hey, I'm not trying to call you guys.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm like, what happened?
Oh, I was trying to add somebody on. It didn't work. Hold on. Let me see if I can add back on.
Yeah, it popped up on my screen. It was like on hold. And I was like, well, why am I on hold?
Where's she? There she is. Let's see if we can add her. She was just calling in. She was just calling in. It's Kim. Yeah, she was trying to call in. She's called in before. Remember? She called in a while back. Let's see if
someone's on it. It's popping up on my screen. It says she's on the line.
Are you there, Kim? Hello? Kim. I guess she's not. Anyway, if she comes on, that's cool. Kim, if you're listening, you can come on. Feel free. Oh, wait. Is that her? Kim, you there? Hi. Hello? Can you hear me? Kim?
I hear someone.
I hear her. Can she not hear me? Hello?
I can't hear them.
Uh-oh. She can't hear us. Oh. Okay. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Jason.
How's it
How are you?
going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
What prompted you to call in today? O.J. Simpson?
No, not at all. Actually, I didn't mean to call you. I was trying to hook my Skype up, and then I was trying to listen to you guys at the same time.
Oh,
and
I'm
I-
sorry. Well, I can hang up on you if you want me to.
I
You're
just
not-
wanted to say hi anyway.
Oh, well, so what did you think? We were talking about the fact O.J. Simpson's getting out of prison. And what did you think about the whole O.J. Simpson thing when it happened years ago? What was your take on it?
Which part?
Well, I mean, in the 90s, when he...
Murder part?
The murder
Or
part. Yeah, the murder part. Yeah,
Oh, I think he's guilty. And
Okay.
He should have done a lot more time.
absolutely. I agree.
But
Yeah, and as I was saying, Kim, initially when this happened, I was 14 years old, so I was going along with the popular crowd. I was like, yeah, he's not guilty, but I was 14. I was a freshman in high school. I didn't know any better. But now, like I said, as I've gotten older and I look back on it, I was like, yeah, he probably did do that.
Well, I was
shit.
telling Jason, I don't know if you heard that part, but I was telling him it seems like I don't understand how people, if you're a black person at the time in the early 90s, why you were blinded by race. Because to me, just because he was your same race, I don't understand why you would say, oh, we want him to get off, even though it's obvious he murdered them to everybody.
Right. But like I said, at that time, I just didn't know any better. I would just go along with the popular crowd.
Well, I'm not
and
talking about
going along with-
you in general. I'm just talking about in general.
No,
I
know, but I was one of those people that did that. I was just going along
Yeah.
with it just for the simple fact that I was like, oh, a black man's not going to jail, But,
I've never been a follower, so I guess I just don't get that. But whatever.
But again, I didn't know any better. But now that I think about it now, I was like, yeah, he probably did do that shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyway, he's out of prison now, and so he's gonna be out in
Well,
public.
not yet. He's going to be released in October.
Oh, in
So he still
October.
has
Yeah,
a
that's
little-
right.
yeah.
Right.
oh, so they didn't let him out today?
No, he won't. It's October.
No. They approved him to be released in October, but no, he's not being released today. It doesn't give me a specific date in October. It just says he's going to be released sometime in October. So
Yeah, I think,
we'll
and
find out.
we were saying we don't know what the hell he's supposed to do for work because I'm like, who the fuck's gonna hire O.J. Simpson for anything? I mean, not even my McDonald's burger or anything. No.
He'll give him like some sportscaster or some.
Oh my God, that's what Jason was saying. Something like that.
I just said the
coaching.
same thing, and Donovan disagreed.
I disagree because I don't think he's going to be marketable, even though he is famous for what he did and everything. I don't think he's marketable because of what he did or what he's assumed to have done
He
or whatever.
Go back to Hertz commercials, and you could like be running from the cops.
And jumping over.
Okay, so on here it says he could be released as early as October 1st. So I'm assuming October 1st is the earliest that he could be released. I guess they're saying I guess it could be somewhere between October 1st and October 31st.
All right.
I guess. I don't know, but
Anyway,
so we'll see. We're gonna follow up with it. I'm sure, just like the rest of the world will be.
Right.
But
by the way, Kim, if at any point you need to go because I know it's late, you can go, but you can stay on as long as you want.
So it's only like 8 o'clock.
Oh, where are you? Oh, you're in Vegas still?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're still in Vegas. Oh, you're having a good time or not? I mean, I hope you are.
Yeah, I
Okay.
actually got to go to the pool today.
Awesome.
It was nice.
why did I think she was in Ohio?
She is, but she.
Well, I'm on vacation.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and I told her, well, she said she has this friend. I don't know. Never mind. Anyway, so I just say that she's having the best time she possibly can there. So anyway, what I was going to say though was nothing about. Oh my God, it's going to sound so bad if I don't finish that sentence now, Kim. So I'm going to say she has.
Okay, so we're he's Tommy, my man. He's playing pool out here, Jason.
Yes.
So that's why. So
Oh, okay.
he played this morning, and then he plays again on Saturday, I think. And then I leave early Monday morning. I actually fly out of here at like 12:30 in the morning and land back in Ohio at like 9:45 in the morning. So it'll be a long night, but that's all right.
Right.
It's okay.
Okay. See, I would have known this if I would have been on Instagram because I know you post on Instagram.
She's
quite a
always
bit,
on
but I haven't been
Instagram.
on Instagram in like 2 or 3 days.
That's where I always
yeah.
talk to her. Well, she always messages me on there, and I'm like, I don't get it for like a day because I don't go on there all the time. Kim, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Did you see my comment on your picture today, though?
Oh no, I didn't.
I read it.
What did it say?
I think I just said it was awesome.
Oh, the one from the '90s. That one. That the one from the 90s?
That one.
Oh,
When
yeah.
It was like you were on the beach or something? Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Santa Monica Beach. You know what's really funny about that is I literally won. I'd never been to L.A., and I won that trip to L.A. from a computer. I was told you guys I was into computers long before everybody else, and it was called U.S. Videotel, and it was 1990, before like we had the internet as we know it, and you had this box you could get and connect to your phone, and you could type it. It's like a little computer, and you could talk to people around the world. Anyway, so that's where I won it from. I entered a contest, and I won. And so I had to go with my mom, which I wasn't excited about. I wanted to take my boyfriend, who was older, but she wouldn't let me do that. So, so anyway, I had to go there. But yeah, that's where that was from. That was so much fun. But yeah, that the fashion in the '90s is just so hilarious.
The bib. Oh, I used to have bibs. They were awful.
Did you? I know. Oh my God.
I think everybody had bibs in the 90s.
I know. It's just hilarious. I just can't believe we used to wear stuff like that. It's so funny. Anyway, go ahead.
Back.
What's that?
Back. The bibs are coming back.
Oh, I know. Everything comes back around again, right? I should have kept that damn outfit. Damn it. I mean,
You should have, because you would be so in style
I
right now.
totally would be. Oh my God.
Like you'd be wearing a romper.
I know exactly. Basically, basically.
Aren't the rompers from the 90s? Yes.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, actually, because they've been saying this thing about, how men are wearing rompers now. And I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, my ass can't wear one, but, if you're on the thin side and you're a guy and you want to wear a romper, and then hey, I mean, they have some pretty stylish ones and they have some pretty bland ones. We talked about this on the show a few weeks ago, but
yeah, but I think that and I said a few weeks ago, I think they look stupid. But I have to say, on a younger guy, it's fine. I guess it makes some sense. But I think somebody my age who's like 42 years old wearing a romper just looks ridiculous. I don't care how nice your body is, huh? What's that?
Me?
Yeah, either one of you.
How I feel about women. I feel that women are like, if you're over the age of maybe 21,
yeah,
shouldn't really wear a romper. Like my niece wears them, and she's 19,
a teenager,
and she's like
right?
9 and 100 pounds, and
right?
she's gorgeous.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Going on, and people would be like, "What are you doing?"
I mean, can you imagine? And by the way, I love Oprah Winfrey, but can you imagine Oprah Winfrey wearing a romper or something? I mean, no, it just looks stupid.
like I said, they only look good if you're young and thin.
Well, you didn't say young, you said thin, but yes, you're right. You're right, young.
Yeah, but if you're like my size, then no. And I'm not fat, but I'm not.
But I
I'm
mean,
not
I've seen
140 pounds
ads.
either.
I've seen ads with guys, really hot guys. Like even Andy Cohen was wearing one on his show or something the other day, or like a few weeks
But
ago.
he's more on the thin side.
No,
though.
he's very kind of muscular, actually. He's very.
But yeah, but he's muscular thin.
That's
He's
my
not
point,
like...
Jason. Let me finish my thought. God damn it! My point is that if you look like him and you're over 40 or whatever, I think okay, I can give you maybe a pass, but I still think it looks stupid. I mean, I still think he looks dumb in it, but I mean, at least he looks like he's got nice legs and he's got a nice waist. He doesn't look like some blob or something. So anyway,
Do you either follow Dan Savage's husband?
Of
Terry?
course, I'm in love with that man. He is fucking gorgeous.
He wear the romper.
You know what's so funny? I almost said his name, but I didn't think either one of you would know who he was, so I didn't mention it.
Cool.
Yes.
You know, Dan Savage fan?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You are. Yes. Oh my God, I love Dan Savage, and yes, I love him. He's fantastic.
I think he should be president.
I do too. My God, it would be amazing. By the way, did you know that show that was on TV was based on his life? The gay.
Yes, I heard that. I didn't watch it.
Oh, it was actually really good. It was called the real, not the real McCoys, the real something. Anyway, it was really good. But anyway, yeah, that was based on his life as a kid. Anyway, I was going to tell you though, Kim, that I saw a picture of your boyfriend from like a year ago that you posted with your dog or something in bed.
Yeah.
I gotta say, your boyfriend, wow. I mean, he's pretty hot.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, wow. I mean, whoa.
I'm hiding in the bathroom.
Oh, is he?
So it's not loud, but he's on the phone, so he didn't hear that. So
Okay.
I'll have to
Anyway, I saw him close up. I was like, wow, that's nice. Okay, so I see why you want to hang on to that for sure, definitely. Anyway, so talking about stuff like that. There was a story about Rentboy. I don't know if you guys know what Rentboy is, but Rentboy is like a
Yeah.
escort service for online or whatever. Well, it was busted years ago, and there's Rentmen now. It's still around, but Rentboy.com was taken down and raided by the feds and all da. And I have an issue with this because I really don't understand. I've talked about this on the show before, and I want to see what you think about it, y'all. But I think that it's just ridiculous to criminalize prostitution when you don't criminalize pornography, because to me, one, you're getting paid to be on camera, and the other one you're not. I mean, you're just, so I mean, you're getting paid other ways, is what I'm saying. But one you're on camera, one you're not. So I don't understand the problem. So do you really think this is fair that he should be facing all this prison time? I mean, yes, it is against the law, whatever, and in that sense, he should. But outside of that, they're coming down on him really hard and talking about hard time for a long time because he ran an escort service.
Well, how much prison time is he facing?
We're talking like 10, 20 years. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they should legalize prostitution, in my opinion.
Me too. Yeah.
Right.
And where you are right now, Kim, it's legal.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I saw a lot of booby cards. It's worth it.
You saw what? Yeah.
Well, if it were legal, then obviously there would be less probably diseases, drugs.
Yes,
stuff
and
like
crime
that.
in general. And also, I think sex trafficking would be a lot less. I mean, there's sex trafficking as well, of course, which is kind of ancillary to prostitution. And like you said, drugs and crime in general would be lower. And they also, they would be healthier because they would have health insurance. And I mean, all these things that people have in normal professions, they would have. And I think it would be great. And it just makes no sense. But, this country, America, is so stupid because, we're the last to do anything. Just like fucking healthcare. Of all the major fucking countries in the world, we're the only one who doesn't have universal healthcare as a right. I mean, we're just stupid. So legalizing prostitution is a long way off, but at least they're starting with marijuana. That's getting there, so we'll get there eventually.
We'll get there, I guess.
When we're all very old, probably, but yes, we'll get there eventually. It won't matter then. But of course, maybe then that's the perfect time because I'll be old and won't be able to get any anyway, so it won't matter.
At that point,
Or they might just pop it on us like they did with legalization of gay marriage.
Oh,
I mean, they made that legal, and that just kind of popped up out of nowhere to me. So.
Out of nowhere? Hello? Are you not part of the gay rights movement for the past 30, 40 years?
No, but I mean, I am, but I mean, it was just kind of like, I know they had been, trying to, legalize it for the longest.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I mean, but like the day it happened, it was
Yeah.
just like, oh, gay marriage is legal in all 50 states. And I was like, oh, I didn't see
Well, it's because of
Because the funny part
Supreme
about
Court.
it, just, probably a year or two before that happened, I was having a conversation with my friends, and I was like, oh, they're not going to legalize that in Texas because, Texas is just odd like that, and they're not going to legalize it. And then they did it in all 50 states, and I was
well,
like, oh,
Texas,
okay, I guess I spoke too soon.
Texas did not legalize it. It got legalized because a Supreme Court decision made it legal in all 50. It made it illegal to discriminate against gays as married in all 50 states. And so Texas
Right.
didn't technically legalize it itself. It just had to follow the federal law because that's the law. So you know what I mean? And so it wasn't like, so Texas still technically has not said, oh yes, it's okay, but they have no choice to honor it because I know that's why I'm married and everything now. But
Right.
anyway, I mean, although I was married in Connecticut, but that was before it was legal here. Anyway, so do either one of you watch Game of Thrones?
No.
I never watched the show, and I've watched the first episode years ago. I was like, okay, there's no fucking way I'm going to watch this show. All it is like bloodshed and like, I had no interest in it.
I hear that it's very homoerotic.
Well, yeah, there's lots of that, yes, but there's also a lot of incest and there's other gross stuff in it, and a lot of depravity in general. But it is a really good show, and so I started watching it the other like last week, I think, or maybe it was this week, I don't know. And like now on season 2 or 3, and out of 7, by the way. Anyway, it's really good. It's really like lots of intrigue and about all the different, if you like stuff like Elizabeth, that movie Elizabeth and stuff like that, that kind of stuff. It's that kind of stuff. But anyway, I like it. So I'm into it now, and I never thought I would be. But they do kill a lot of animals, which I have a really hard time with, like horses, and they cut their heads off, and like these dogs, they kill them, and it's just really brutal and bloody. And the people, it's really funny. Do you guys the same way? Like if you see somebody kill a person, you're like, okay, whatever. But if you see somebody kill an animal, you're like, oh my God. No, you're not like that. Oh my God, I am. I can't do that.
No. I mean, if they're, I mean, how can I put it? If the animal is already dead and died of natural causes.
No, I'm
that's
talking
one
about
thing.
killing it, murdering it.
No, then I know I'm not okay with that.
But I mean, do you know what I mean? I think I'm more desensitized to seeing another human being being killed or hurt than I am to an animal, because animals are helpless, but human beings aren't. So I have a really hard time with that. But anyway, okay. So Jason, you had something on here on your list about Beyonce's wax figure.
Yes, so they have come out with a wax figure of Beyonce, and they have failed miserably at this.
Does it look bad?
It looks, if you Google a picture, if you
I'm
just
doing it
Google
now.
Beyonce wax figure,
Yeah.
it looks like a crossover between Lindsay Lohan and what's the name of the lady that did the,
Oh my
that had
God.
all those kids?
That looks
do you see the picture?
nothing
It looks
like her.
Lindsay Lohan.
That looks like a white woman.
Exactly. They have her so pale. She looks like a crossover between not Kate Hudson, but
There's a little Mariah Carey in there too, a little bit her nose area, but yeah.
What's the name of the lady that had all those kids? Kate
Octomom? Kate. Yeah. What's her face? Yes. What?
Yeah, I can't remember her last name.
Yes.
It looks like a cross between her and Lindsay Lohan.
She does. You're right. Oh my God, this is incredibly bad.
The first thing someone was like, "Well, okay, clearly they don't know what Beyonce looks like."
Madame Tussauds did that.
Yeah,
they're the ones that do really great likenesses.
Kate Gosselin, that's her name.
Kate Gosselin, that's it. Yeah,
and they normally do good work. That's what I'm saying. They normally do really good stuff, but it looks like a cross between Kate Gosselin, Lindsay Lohan, and like Shakira.
This does not look like her at all. But it says on this article, she's been, quote, whitewashed. And I kind of agree with that, because her features are very few, like, stereotypically black features, and her skin tone is darker than that in real life. It's not that light. It's like white woman skin.
Yeah. So someone in the comments said, "Harpo, who this white woman?" But they got it right though, because she is pale.
It's bad. It's very bad. Wow. Anyway, that's pathetic. That's sad. But she deserves much better.
But then they have another
that.
one of her, in a different one in London. I think one in London, and she's darker complected. It looks more like the real her.
Right.
But this one.
Well, I've seen a lot of wax figures of like celebrities and stuff, and usually half the time they look really good, half the time they look really bad to me. So it's not really surprising this is a bad one. But I mean, she's such a big figure, you think they get her right, but whatever.
Right.
Speaking of divas, did you see this thing about?
Are you talking about?
Oh, go ahead. What?
You said, speaking of divas, I said, are you going to talk about me?
Yeah. Well, if you're a diva, I'm sure you'll make us talk about you. So anyway, I'm just kidding. Mariah Carey.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, this girl, come on. I mean, she just doesn't give a fuck anymore. She is just like being thrown around. And what was she doing, Jason? I can't remember what it was. Let me look it up.
I saw a video that one of my friends posted on Facebook.
Yes.
And I guess she was performing somewhere. And
here it is. Yeah.
The only thing they were doing was just lifting her around.
Exactly.
She had the microphone. And it's like she was just doing all like these acrobats and shit. Like, I don't, like, she was laying on the guys and then they lift her up and spin her around. And she's not even really singing. It's just like her backtrack is playing and she's kind of occasionally singing along to
and
it.
they're like literally dragging her around. She's not doing shit. I mean, it's.
Vegas.
Go ahead.
Hear something.
Oh, sorry. Your audio went out. Say that again, Kim.
Oh, she's performing in Vegas. Was it one of her shows here?
Looking to see. I see. Yes, it was Vegas. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A recent viral clip from one of her Las Vegas performances, which features Carey dishing out some pretty half-assed dance moves.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, people actually paid to go see her?
The thing is, she can't even...
Looked at tickets.
Yes. And she can't even sing anymore. I mean,
Let me tell you something. If I paid my hard-earned money to go see you at a concert and the only thing you do is sing along to a backtrack and do flips and shit, I would be pissed. This is Mariah Carey we're talking about. If I go to your concert, bitch, I want you to serve me vocals all through the song. I don't want you to sing along and then stop.
Oh, right.
We hear your music playing in the background and you doing flips and tricks and shit like no. I if I want to see flips and tricks, I would go to the fucking circus.
Well,
I don't want to.
one comment says, "Who goes to Mariah Carey concert to watch her dance anyway? Nobody." And that's kind of true. She's never been a huge dancer, but she's at least like put some effort in. Now it's just like she's like, I don't give a fuck. I got all my money I need.
And she's gained weight. She looks like a stuffed sausage. In
She
outfit.
looks horrible. I mean, I hate to say that, but she does look horrible. But I don't feel bad about talking about her because she's such a bitch. I mean, she really is a bitch. You know that? She really is kind of a bitch. And everybody's worked with her. Like, did you see that little reality show she did briefly or not?
I watched maybe like a few episodes, and I was like, I can't do any more of this.
I don't see how anybody likes her. I mean, not much less love her, but like her as a person. She just does not seem likable to me at all. And I usually, I love Madonna, and she's got her issues because she could be a major bitch. I know that, but Madonna has some heart, and she has some things that I don't think Mariah Carey has. And I think Mariah Carey's just she really just does not give a fuck anymore, and she can't sing anymore. That's the other thing. You remember she had that thing in New Year's Eve a year ago or 2 years ago where she was trying to sing, and oh my God, that was so awful.
No, that was this past December.
Was it this last year? Yeah. Well, it happened more than once, like twice or something last year, I think.
But this one was horrible when she was just like, just walking. Again, here, and I'm gonna say, I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. When you're that seasoned of a singer, you should know what the fuck to do in a situation like that.
Right.
Like if you lose your earpiece where you hear your feedback music or whatever. I'm sorry, you've been in the game for 20-something years. You should have known what the fuck to do in a situation like that. Well, instead of just walking around and just looking pretty.
Yeah, actually, right after that happened, they showed the same thing kind of happened to Adele at an award show. And instead of her like freaking out and walking off or whatever, she just said, "Oh, sorry, let me start over." That's basically what she did.
And I think people would appreciate that more if Mariah would have done that.
That's because Mariah tries too hard to be perfect and fake and all that shit. So.
Because if I was a singer and there was having audio issues, I'd have been like, "Stop this shit." And Rihanna's done. They've had clips of Rihanna where the music wasn't syncing up with her feedback earpiece, and there's a YouTube clip where she was like, "Y'all stop."
Exactly.
We need to start from the beginning because this is not even sounding right. So,
well, I mean,
she apologized to the audience or whatever, and I think people would respect her more if she just did that.
A normal person would do that, yes, but that's not Mariah Carey. She's not normal. We know this. So whatever. What about Caitlyn Jenner? I can't stand her.
Your BFF?
No, I can't stand her. She's running for Senate in California now.
Oh my God!
And she wants to take Dianne Feinstein's place. Dianne Feinstein, by the way, I don't know if you know who she is, Jason, but she was on the city council in San Francisco when Harvey Milk was shot. She was friends with him, and she's ever since then she's been like in the Senate and the Senate and everything for California. And she's very, very well known and well renowned, and very, 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 very experienced. And Caitlyn Jenner wants to come in there and take her place. Now, do you think she has a chance of winning this?
No. Well, you know what? No, I take that back. I'm changing my mind. I'm going to say no because a lot of people in the LGBTQ community does not like her. They don't like her.
I don't either.
So
anymore.
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Well, whatever. I mean, she's a Republican.
You run as a Republican, and then she has a quote says, "I got to go find out where I can do a better job." Oh, are you fucking serious?
She's just I don't like her, but whatever. Whatever. More power to her.
I mean, good luck, but bitch, you ain't gonna win. But if you want to, want somebody to feel proud about it, then congratulations, girl.
So you had something about okay. Now we're going to the black topics of the show.
Oh, so we just made that left turn. Now we're in the hood. Is that what you're saying? Well, you have to hit the power lock button and roll up your windows and turn on the AC. Now is that what you're talking about?
I didn't say anything about hood. You did. I said the black portion of the show. Anyway, hip hop R&B has become the new dominant genre according to Nielsen ratings. You said
yes. I thought this was an interesting topic because years ago I thought that pop was going to take over, and I mean, and pop is still popular music, and it's popular, of course. Don't get me wrong, but according to Nielsen ratings, hip hop and R&B music has become the new dominant genre, totaling 30% of sales, and also is the most streamed music between Spotify, Apple Music, and other streaming services.
Yeah.
Rock comes in second place, which I could see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just. I mean, I don't want to go too much into it, but
well, no, I think that makes sense.
That hip hop and R&B is the music
that makes sense though,
and purchased the most.
Because if you look at, you're always talking, Jason, about white people appropriating black people's culture. You were always talking about that. And you're so when people who are the white culture and like kids in the suburbs and stuff who started listening to hip hop and R&B and stuff in the 90s and stuff and still do, and now it's a big thing. It's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and they identify with it for whatever reason. They identify with it and they like it, and then we have Empire and shows like that and shows like Power, and you know what I mean, that are bringing that to the more the mainstream. So it makes sense that people are liking it and people are responding to it. It's number one now. It makes plenty of sense to me.
Right, and then out currently on the Billboard Hot 100, out of the top 10 songs, 6 of them are hip hop songs.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. Now, I don't listen to any of them, I'm sure, because I have no clue what any of them are called. But I'm sure that they're number one by most people's standards. Yes, I'm sure.
Well, I know. I mean, I can name a few. I don't have the list up. I was looking at it earlier, but I know one is Kendrick Lamar. Everyone knows who Kendrick Lamar is.
I know who he is, but I don't know any of his songs. Sorry.
Oh, okay. You need to listen to it. DJ Khaled is another one.
No clue who that is.
Jay-Z was on the top 10.
Jay-Z still has music out?
He just came out with the album.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, how do I know? I don't know shit about
like
R&B. I told you hip hop or whatever. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, he just came out with an album last week or the week before.
Okay.
He was on the list.
He's married to Beyonce, right?
What? Donovan. Did you really just ask that question? Did you really? Like, that's something my mom would say. My mom would be like, if that was my mom saying that, it would be acceptable. She'd be like, isn't that the one married to Beyonce? I'd be like, yes, Mom. Donovan, you really just said, isn't he the one married to Beyonce? I'm like,
I'm telling you, I'm completely disconnected.
I need someone to call in and just go off on Donovan. Just because of that. Like,
disconnected from
like, my mother knows that Jay-Z's married to Beyonce.
I was just confirming. I was confirming what I thought I already knew, which obviously I was right. Therefore, I knew that already.
No, Donovan, they've gotten a divorce since then.
Well, I mean, after the whole formation thing, I thought maybe they had, but whatever. Anyway, but yeah, so they're number one now, number top 6. That's great, cool, wonderful.
Yeah, Jay-Z's on there, a few other artists on there, but 6 of the 10 artists were hip hop artists.
I like some hip hop and I like some R&B, but my hip hop and R&B is more 90s stuff. I like 90s R&B, like TLC
like and R&B too,
stuff like that. Yeah. I don't really like the new stuff generally. I don't like hard like I don't know what Jay-Z's like. I don't know what his music's like. I've never listened to it, so I don't know if he's like really kind of a hard rapper kind of guy, or he's more
hip hop. I mean, for the people, there's also a sub genre in hip hop called trap music.
I've heard of that, but I don't know what it means. I've heard of it though.
Yeah. So and that's more like trap music is mainly talking about it's very
hoes and stuff like that.
Yeah, drugs and making it rain and,
Yeah, I have no interest in that stuff at all.
Snorting a line of coke, stuff like that.
Right. I'm trying to name
really, you can hear that in other genres. You can hear that in rock music, too.
No, absolutely.
They talk about that shit
I don't like that either, though. I don't like that either. Like really heavy metal stuff and shit like that. Like, that kind of stuff.
That's called death metal.
Yeah, I don't like that. Personally, it's just not my thing. So I like that just about as much as I like our hip hop generally. So I don't like either one. But anyway, it's just me. Let's talk before we go about Potomac.
I'm glad it's over.
Okay.
The thing. My biggest issue with everyone. There's one person I have an issue with the most, and that's Robin.
Yes.
It like Andy said. It seems like Robin is more into Juan than Juan is into Robin.
Yes.
And like I said on last week when she was like, America, we're fine. Our marriage is fine. I'm like, bitch, no, it's not, because if it was, first of all, you would announce to America that your marriage is fine. So
Well, don't you think people need to stay out of her business about her marriage? It's not anyone else's business. If she wants to stay married to this asshole And
she's just so naive and just.
I don't think she's naive. I think she's because I've been in a situation similar to hers, and I understand why she's hanging on, even though she knows it's over. Blah blah blah. And then, but they're even different because they're divorced. I mean, they're already divorced and they're still living together.
Here's my thing. Here's one thing that she said that kind of I didn't say it pissed me off, but it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And she said that. Well, I'm trying to make sure that there's a male figure in the household.
Oh, yes, I heard that.
Because
of what single women with their black sons. I don't like the way they turn out or something like that.
I said, so wait a minute, hold on, because I said now what you're saying is
talking about
like
you
you're kind of exploiting the Black Lives Matter movement, and I was just like I was like I guess I'll go with the naive answer, kind of go along with her,
right?
But I felt like at that moment she was kind of exploiting it a little bit, and I'm thinking to myself, well, that's not true, because I'm like, there are plenty of children where the parents don't live in the same house. They live 10 minutes away, and the father stops by all the time to see the kids, and the kids turn out fine. So I don't understand what Robin is talking about.
Well, also,
but,
there's nothing
in the house. The parents are just, the kids are just going to
there's
do
nothing,
all kinds of shit.
There's nothing she was talking about, a lot of like Phaedra Parks is like this from Atlanta Housewives as well, and she thinks this too. She's like, she was talking about how I'm raising 2 young black men, and they need to have a male role model because I don't like how they turn out when they don't have a male role model. They just have a female role model in the household. I mean, that was just really kind of semi-homophobic to me. Not necessarily she's saying necessarily they'll be gay, but in some way that they're not going to be manly enough or whatever, or not be a man or
but
whatever.
But you know what? But in a way, that's her fault, because look who the fuck you married.
Right. He's never there.
I mean,
or wasn't
you
before.
married an ex-con, and what is he now? Sent up in prison in fucking Kentucky. So, I mean,
you're talking about Phaedra. Yeah.
Phaedra, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this whole thing between Robin and Juan, I was like,
well, anyway,
I'm just over it.
I am too, but whatever.
And then Karen,
what about
she?
What about what I was gonna say? What about Karen? Go ahead.
Karen, she really just got on my nerves this reunion.
Don't you think she's lying?
Honestly,
she's lying about the whole thing. Don't you think,
I feel
Jason?
like the reunion was more interesting than the actual season.
Don't you think that she was lying about the whole thing though? About her parents being there, and that's why she's moving, and blah blah blah.
Ray came out and confirmed it. He was like, "That's not the reason."
Exactly.
He said it.
That's right.
He was like. And then everyone looked at her like, and she didn't. Then why did you lie?
Right. And then also the fact that her blue eyes, the driver or some shit, she's having some affair with him.
Right. That's what Cherie said. But remember, if you remember last week when we did the show and we were doing a the review on the reunion part 1.
Yes.
And I said, why the hell would you move into a house if your parents haven't confirmed if they're going to move in or not? Remember, did I not say that last week? And then today. And then Sunday, Ray confirmed it. He was like, "Well, we haven't even talked about that." I said, "Ain't that some shit?"
And quickly, what about Ashley?
What's her husband's name? Michael?
Simon.
Yeah,
that's not Simon. Michael.
Yeah. It sounds like, and I do agree with Karen on this one. He was reading between the fine lines, and it sounded like he wanted to get together, but in a way he wanted to set her free. And I do agree with Karen when Karen was like, "Well, I was reading between the fine lines when you're making your statement. It sounds like you want to set her free." I mean, and here's the thing. I feel like when they got married, Michael got Ashley because she was going to be the trophy wife. She kind of sits back and shuts up. And
now she's growing.
And just something to look good on his arm. But now
she's
she actually has an income now from the show.
Yeah.
And she's able to be more vocal and opinionated. I think that's not what he signed up for.
Right.
And because he wanted a trophy wife, he didn't want someone.
Well, that's part of the risk that you take when you marry someone that much younger than you. And he himself said that they're in 2 different places in their lives, and that's why when you marry,
like 28.
Yeah, so. When you marry somebody that like 20 plus years younger than you, they're going to be in a completely different place in their life, and they haven't had enough time to mature into who they are. And that's why I've always told people, don't get married till you're 30 years old, because you don't really know yourself until then anyway. I mean, people think they do, but you really don't know what you want until then, in my opinion, in most cases. So I think that's part of the problem. That's when you marry somebody younger, I think you have to be mature enough to marry them, but whatever. I don't think they're going to last. I think they're going to get divorced, but whatever. So before we go, I want to say, are you still there, Kim, by the way? Making sure.
I am.
I hope you have a great time in Vegas, the rest of your week in there. And
we
can play a quick little game before we go.
What's that, Kim? Go ahead.
I said he just left to play pool, so.
He just got through playing pool? Okay, cool, good.
No, he left the room, so we can talk about him now.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. Oh, okay.
Well, that's good. We can also play a game of Smash and Pass while he's gone.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but first let's talk about. Do you really want to talk about this, Kim, or not?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm just so.
Well, can I talk about his friend at least, or something?
Hmm?
Can I talk about his friend at least? That's on the trip with you or whatever. The guy, the Trump guy.
Oh, yeah. We can talk about him.
Okay.
Yeah, Jake, check out that.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. You can tell it. You tell him so he can tell.
Okay, so Tommy is my boyfriend, and he has this older friend. He's in his 70s, and he helped him a couple years ago, mentoring him to play pool.
Mhm.
And he is just the most homophobic, racist person I've ever met in my life. And
Okay.
yeah, we drove to Philadelphia from Ohio, so it's like an 8-hour drive. Halfway there, I was about to jump out of the truck. By the time we got there, it just continued to get worse. I ended up booking a flight home like 2 days later.
It was
because
that bad?
Yes.
It was that bad. Like, there was a guy shooting pool, and he had a very long ponytail. Now, this was like an 80s Billy Ray Cyrus looking guy.
Mhm.
And like, now, sis, do you think he's a homosexual?
Oh my God.
What?
Well, because look at his hair. He's probably a homosexual. And I'm like, I don't think he is, Lonnie. But okay, whatever.
Why are you so concerned, Ronnie, in the first
Well,
place?
Why are you so concerned?
Yeah.
But this man, his brother is actually gay. And they used to be thick as thieves best buddies. He won't even speak to his brother anymore.
Because he's gay.
Because he's gay.
Wow.
Because he doesn't approve of that because he's a Christian.
Oh,
and I'm
Lord.
like, pretty sure Jesus wouldn't want you to hate your brother. but
Right.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, he and I had a huge conversation one night, and I ended up in tears because my brother is gay. My brother's just got married 2 years ago, and
Yay.
he's happy as he can be, and I
Yes.
love Tom to death, his husband.
Yes.
And I was so upset. And he's like, well, he and his girlfriend, who is also in her 70s, and she's a clinical psychologist.
And
she
she's
believes
racist.
that it's a choice. She believes that
Oh,
it's
Lord.
wrong. She believes that people can just flip a switch and not be gay anymore. And I'm thinking, how did you get a degree?
Seriously?
She got a degree, but that's completely not in line with the American Psychiatric or whatever.
Well, this was probably
She's old.
years ago.
She's
She was
old.
in her 70s.
Yeah, she probably got
Yeah.
it before that.
Right. But she told me, she said, I just think that you're so close to your brother and you love your brother so much that you can't separate the facts that it's a choice and that it's wrong.
Can I ask you something, though?
so-
What if it were a choice? Who the fuck cares? Even if it were, which it's not. It's no one else's fucking business.
Well, and that's what I tried to tell him. I was like, how is it your business what your brother's doing? I'm like, your brother doesn't ask you what you and Diane are doing when you go home.
That's right.
Why do you care what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Who
She
cares?
I wonder if she's one of those people that believes in like conversion therapy or some shit.
I think
Oh,
so.
She probably
Yeah,
does.
I think so.
But the first 5 minutes we were in the hotel here,
Mm-hmm.
he came up to us because he had already been here, and he had gotten a couple shirts at the Daytona race because they're down in Florida. And just the 5 minutes of him talking about the shirts, I was like, I'm gonna freaking shoot myself in the head. I gotta go to the...
What was wrong with the shirts?
Well, nothing was wrong with him. It's just the way he's, well, do you think he's going like this? Look at this. This is a billboard, blah, blah. And he just doesn't shut up. Like, say the same thing 50 times to
Oh,
try to get
God.
like, a different reaction out of you.
Yes.
That's
I'd
how
have been like, I'm going to the pool. I'll see y'all later.
Well, she did go to the pool, and she told me this on Instagram. She's like, I went to the pool to read a book. I said, oh, you should go buy Obama's Audacity of Hope so you can read that. I'll really send him over the edge. And she said, oh, my God, I should.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, he loves Trump.
Yeah.
Gay people are all, evil and going to hell. And I've pretty much stayed away from him.
There's
This is
just,
what I wanna
there's
know.
just so
Why
much,
is it
there's
out
so
of
much,
all the
there's
things
just so
in the
much
world?
there's so much like vitriol and anger and hatred from these people towards gay people. And I just, first of all, have to say that usually when someone's that adamant, about it, that usually they have some sort of like repressed homosexuality of their own. And that's
I
not
thought-
just
yep.
me just saying that. That's the truth. That's
Yep.
proven. So.
Well, I mean, if your brother's gay, maybe.
There you go. And maybe that's the problem, is he's afraid people are going to think he's gay if he's okay with gay people, because he's that ignorant. So,
I mean, my father has issues with my brother, and my father and I haven't even spoken in the last 6 months because I voted for Hillary and he about threw a fit.
oh my Lord.
But I don't. Why does it matter?
People.
My mom asked my dad. At
It
one
doesn't.
Point,
There are bigger things to worry about than someone's sexuality, but I don't understand why this is such a big deal to so many people. I'm like, there are other things to worry about besides someone's sexuality. So
Yeah.
I mean, and then my thing is, I'm like, okay, even if I tell you that I'm gay, okay, I've told you that I'm gay. Now what? What happens now?
But why does it? I've always said to people too, if you tell someone doesn't know you're gay and they like you and they get along with you, blah 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 blah. As soon as you say you're gay and they're anti-gay because of their religious beliefs or whatever the case may be, because they're just bigots, whatever. Why all of a sudden does that change who you are to them? Simply because you fall in love with someone of the same sex instead of someone of the opposite sex? It makes no sense to give a fuck.
To him, I'm like, you and your brother were literally like joined at the hip up until the point where he came out as gay to you.
And he's the same person.
So he's still your brother.
Yes.
No, he's not.
Yes. Oh my God.
I was like, not, but he's still your brother. He's your no, he's not. No, he's not. And I was like, I gotta go. I walked to the restaurant at that time, went out in the parking lot. I mean, I was in tears because I was like, I don't understand how much hate you have for your brother because of who he's living with.
Does your boyfriend agree with this stance?
No, he doesn't.
So how does he? Oh, this guy taught him pool. You said that's what you said.
Huh?
This guy taught him pool a long time ago or something. You said that's how they became.
Yeah, she
friends.
said he's a mentor. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
His mentor with pool. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even know how they met. They met at I think it just at a pool hall or
Yeah.
something. But no, he doesn't agree with that. And I think most of that is because of me living with me for 3 years and knowing my brother, and he has a couple friends I think who are gay also, but it's like, you know, oh, those are my gay friends. But he doesn't think that, you know, he doesn't think it's a choice. He doesn't think that there's, you know, anything wrong with it. Good. But he also has so much respect for Lonnie as his mentor and as a person that he just avoids the topic.
Gotcha.
So,
well, I don't know how. I don't know.
Topic because if you're going to bring it up and be that big in front of me,
exactly. Exactly. I don't know how you stomach stay. I mean, you know, if it were me, I think I would have had a stroke and because I've been so angry and screaming at the guy at the top of my lungs. That's just me though. But I don't know how you manage to stay in a situation. Like if it were me and my husband and he had if I were a heterosexual woman, I don't know whatever the case would be, what the scenario would be, but if I had some guy in the situation you're in around me like that and I had it, but maybe it's like my husband's father or something like that and I had to be around him all the time. And I wouldn't be able to tolerate it at all. And the fact that you have means you're really strong. You're much stronger than me because I could not deal.
I avoid him as best as I can.
I don't blame you.
They want us to come to Florida because they live about an hour away from Disney and they want us to bring the kids. And I'm like, no, I'm good.
Bad influence, that guy. I would hate to have them feel, you know, understand or believe in what he's saying or whatever. That'd be horrible. That's too bad. Well, I'm sorry. Well, at least, I mean, are you enjoying your trip otherwise, though? Besides that, or not?
I haven't really been doing much.
Okay.
I mean, I think tomorrow we may have some time to go do something and maybe see a show or, you know, get out a little bit. But most of the time is spent down in the pool room. That's why I went out to the pool today.
That's why you're there.
He's here to play pool and, you know, I go down and watch him every once in a while, and then I come back up and hang out. And I'm not the type of person that's going to walk around Las Vegas by
yourself.
Myself.
Yeah.
And I'm really not even the type of person that's going to walk around Dayton, Ohio by myself. That's me. I get paranoid. I was standing at the elevators to come up here before I went to the pool, and there was this guy standing at the elevators, and he was just giving me a weird vibe. So I went to the store, bought a Mountain Dew, walked around. So hyper sensitive to stuff like that. I was like, okay, I can't do it.
I'm kind of like that too, because if I'm walking in a garage and somebody's walking behind me, or even though I'm a guy and I'm 6 foot tall and I'm not some waif or anything, so it's not like most people would fuck with me anyway. Not that I'm like some huge guy, but I'm masculine or whatever. But just saying, most of the time I'm not somebody would want to attack or whatever. But I still, even when I'm walking in a garage or something and I hear footsteps behind me or whatever, and I'll crouch behind a pillar or something. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. I mean, so I kind of have that kind of anxiety too. So I get that. That's okay.
Yeah, it's just the way I am. I don't know. I mean, I had a bad experience a couple years ago with somebody that I was actually very close to. So ever since then, it's like
Oh.
if anybody looks at me weird, I'm like,
Oh God, that doesn't sound
I
good.
can't get around people.
Well, Jason, you said you wanted to play some game before we go. What were you talking about? Smash and I don't want
It's called Smash or Pass. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
No,
or
what
not.
is it? No.
No.
Okay, so pretty much it's a list of celebrities that I name off, and you
Okay.
pretty much tell them would you smash them
Oh.
or pass.
Oh, okay. So it's like
Like
Shaq, marry, Shaq, kill type thing.
Yeah, except this is called Smash or Pass. So
Okay.
pretty much, yes, you smash them / fuck them, or no, you pass.
Okay.
Okay, now this list that I pulled up online is a mixture of men and women. So I know even though we're gay, you can still just be hypothetical and be like,
Well,
yeah,
of course.
she's attractive.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you know.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So the first one is now if you don't know these people, you can just say you don't know them.
Okay.
But the first one is Usher.
No, pass.
Yes. Smash.
I'm going to say pass only because he just recently paid a woman $1 million because he infected her with herpes.
Oh.
That before.
Yeah. But you know,
yeah.
wait.
Well, this just happened like in the past few days, but I'm assuming this list was probably done before all this came up. This just happened like within the past.
But
day or two.
he knew he had herpes and passed it to her. That's what.
Yes.
Otherwise,
And
it
then
wouldn't be.
To
Okay.
keep her quiet, he paid her $1.1 million.
Well, she didn't keep it quiet very much. She didn't work very well because we know about it. So.
Right.
happened?
Well, you know.
But you know what's funny about that? You know, if you think about celebrities, I bet a lot of celebrities have herpes or some other disease like that because they get around. Like those kind of guys, like
yeah.
Usher, you know, they get around. So
Well, yeah, of
anyway,
course.
go on. Just
Of
saying.
course. Okay, so the next one is Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah, smash. Yes.
All right, Kim.
Which one is he?
Wolverine.
He was most notable for Wolverine and X-Men.
Yeah, Wolverine. What'd she say?
Smash. Yes.
Oh, Smash. Yes. Okay,
So I
good.
say Smash too. Usher, I would pass.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman, Smash.
Yes.
Okay. The next one is Lamar Odom.
Pass. No, I don't think he's good looking.
Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass for me. I don't see for him. He has ugly toes.
That's
too.
the one that was married to Kim. I mean, not Kim, Chloe, right? Chloe.
Yeah,
Kardashian?
Chloe,
Okay,
yeah.
go on.
The next one is Justin Bieber.
Pass, because I think he looks like a lesbian. So no.
Kim.
I'm on the fence.
I think if he'd shut up, didn't say a word, he had a thing over his head, I'd be okay with it because
If he did something with his hair,
I'm gonna say pass as well. I'm gonna pass.
I'm on the fence.
I mean, I think objectively he's okay looking, but apparently he has a big penis too. But I don't know about that's true or not. But that's what they say. But outside of that, no, I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Okay, next one is Zac Efron.
Smash for me, yes.
Kim.
No. Pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass as well.
Wow, y'all are picky. Go on.
Because you know what? Because I'm gonna tell you why I personally would pass. Because he looks like he would be boring in bed.
Why? Because he's too pretty or whatever? Or
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He have that useless pretty look about him.
Well, I've
he's
definitely.
pretty, but like he'll be extremely boring.
Well, there's some truth to that. I've definitely been with some in my past, and I've been with some very gorgeous men as well, and a lot of them were pretty lousy lovers, and whereas other guys who were just average looking or better or whatever were not were a lot better. And I think it's because they don't have to try as hard. Don't you think that's true?
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of times it seems to be true to me in my experience anyway. They just don't try as hard. But go on.
Okay, the next one is. I can't even get this one out without laughing. Okay, so the next one is Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, I would never want to sleep with her, but I'd love to hang out with her.
See, I'm the same way. I love Whoopi Goldberg to death, but I'll have to pass.
Why the hell would I want to sleep with Whoopi Goldberg? No way.
Yeah, I'll have to pass on that one.
She's just not my idea of sexy. Sorry.
Okay. The next one is Halle Berry.
Yes, I would smash. Yes.
Kim.
No.
Yes.
I'll have to pass on her.
I would yes.
I would smash.
Yes. Of course, we're gay men, so we're going to say yes to Halle Berry, but go on.
All right. The next one is Angelina Jolie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she's fucking
Okay.
beautiful. Yes.
Okay, I would smash too.
Yes.
I
I think she's one of those universal people. There's some people who just mess everybody would just have sex with. Yeah.
Right. Okay. The next one is Selena Gomez.
No, not for me.
No, maybe her and Justin together.
I'm gonna say pass as well because she just looks a little too young for me.
She's like a little kid to me too. Yeah, I just.
Well, she's 20. No, she's 24 actually.
but
But
she
just
looks
so fucking young.
Exactly. I know what you mean. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Now this is gonna be a given. I know y'all are gonna say smash to this before I even say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The Rock.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
Okay, yeah, I would definitely smash that as well.
Is he Samoan? Samoan in black or something? What is he?
Yeah, he's Samoan in black.
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I thought. Okay, go on.
The next one is Kanye.
No, pass. Kanye
Okay, so
is
Kim-
nuts. I don't care what Kanye looked like. If he were good looking or not, he's a nut, and I have no interest in him at all sexually. No.
No, he would just talk about himself the whole time.
Exactly. I'm Jesus, or whatever.
Yeah, I would pass as well.
Oh, no, thank you.
Let's see. The next one is Chris Brown.
Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Wait, the one that beat up Rihanna?
Yeah.
Hell no. No.
He's
Okay.
got bad boy edge, though.
Oh, you said smash on him? Ew. No.
Yeah.
No.
As long as he didn't have blonde hair.
As long as he didn't have blonde hair, okay.
Yeah, I actually agree with Kim. Yeah, I don't like when he had blonde hair.
I don't think he looks good that way either. I agree.
So Donovan says pass.
Yes.
Kim says smash if he doesn't have blonde hair.
Mhm.
Chris Brown. I would probably say I would smash.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah, but I have to agree with Kim. If he doesn't have the blonde hair, he just didn't look right. But
How many
he
of these
looks
are
like
what?
He kind of looked like an alien. with
Yeah,
the
he
blonde.
did. You're
yeah,
right.
he didn't. He just didn't look right with blonde hair. So I would Chris Brown smash, but I'll probably be a little reluctant to do it. But I would still do it probably.
Okay.
The next one is Idris Elba.
Everybody thinks he's so good looking. I just don't find him good look. I think he's good looking, but I'm not really into. I mean, I'm just being honest with you because I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really into black men, like really African looking men. I'm not really into that. So no, for me.
But he's British though.
No, I'm saying racially, he's African or whatever. I think he's nice looking. I'm just not into the really dark skin guys. It's just
Well,
not
we
my
about to
thing.
get hate mail. Since you said
I
that.
just I'm real about things. That's
Wow,
how I
if you
feel.
don't get hate mail next week because you said he doesn't like black men. It's coming.
Bring it on,
I
bitches.
would
Bring it
say-
on.
I would say okay. So you said pass,
Mhm.
Kim.
I don't know who he is.
Okay, so you don't know this. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say I would probably smash. I think he's pretty hot. Okay, the next one is Shamar Moore.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
I'm gonna say smash as well because I was watching him on Watch What Happens Live.
That's what I was thinking of in my head right now.
You did okay. I thought I was the only
Yes.
one.
No, when he was moving and everything, and on that. Oh yes.
Yeah, he got some moves. I'm like he can fuck real good in the bed.
Oh yeah. He took his shirt off and everything. He was hot.
Okay, the next one is Rihanna.
No, I think she's beautiful, but if I were gonna have sex with a girl, I don't think she would be her. So no.
Okay, Kim.
No, I think she looks sticky.
She kind of does it.
What makes you think that? What is
That's hilarious.
She just looks. She's got that sticky look about her. Like she. I agree. I think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I sticky.
Yeah.
Did you say stinky or sticky?
Sticky.
Sticky.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like kind of just like I know what you mean.
I would say smash because I think she's a freak.
I'm sure she's a freaking bud, but I don't really care that much about that.
Okay, now here's one that you guys are going to love.
Mm-hmm.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton have sex with her? No.
No.
I don't know, but people like, hey, I don't know.
I would like to have to really be into hippie women, hippie 70-year-old women. To want to have sex with Hillary Clinton. I like her, of course, but I have no interest in having sex with her. Just like Whoopi Goldberg. No, thank you.
Okay, so Donovan says, pass.
Yes.
Kim?
That one.
Okay, I'm going to pass as well, obviously.
How many of these are left, Jason?
there's a few. I'm not going through the whole list.
That's okay. I just want to make sure. I want to know where we're going. Like 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
No. Let's see. The next one is Prince. I'm just gonna flat out say pass because I have too much respect for him.
So you only fuck people you don't have respect then?
No. Well, I love his music, but I'm not attracted to him like that.
Oh, I see.
Because to me, he would be more like an uncle to me.
Also, he's like tiny. He's like 5 foot tall, or was.
Yeah, right.
And
But it's not even that. But it's like I just have this respect for him. So I would say.
What'd you
pass.
say, Kim?
Not because he's.
No, I would actually. No, I would be all about it. I would like pick him up and spin him around.
That is hilarious.
I don't know women. I've known women my entire life who just love him and think he's the hottest thing in the world. But I just never did. No, not for me.
I know there are a lot of women that do. My mom thinks
Yes.
he was just the hottest thing.
Yeah.
Well, Donovan was a child of the 80s.
Yes.
So Purple Rain was like the first porn our generation ever saw.
Right. No shit. That's hilarious.
That was pretty hot.
That's kind of true. You're kind of right about that. But no. We have the same birthday, by the way, he and I. But anyway, go ahead. Not same year, but same day. Go ahead.
All right. So the next one is Lady Gaga.
Yes, I would sleep with her.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass.
I think she would be. I think she'd have a lot of. I think I'd have a lot of fun in bed with her for sure. Definitely.
Do you think she used strap-ons?
Probably if I asked her to, I'm sure she would.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on Lady Gaga.
Oh wow.
You
didn't ask about. You got wait. Even though she's not on the list, I mean, ask about Madonna. I would say no. I would not sleep with Madonna. But what would you say?
I would pass.
What about you?
I would pass on Madonna only because
Of her age?
Not really her age. I don't know who she is now. Maybe like a virgin Madonna, I would.
Right. Well, that's
See,
what I mean by
agree with
age.
Kim on that.
That's what I mean by age. Yeah. I mean, this time in her life as opposed to when she was younger.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No,
Right.
yeah, I would say like around the Truth or Dare time, when she did Vogue and that stuff. I oh my God, she was, yes.
Yeah, I couldn't do it just because I feel like her kid's about as old as I am.
Well, I know. Well, now that's what we're saying. We wouldn't do it now necessarily, but okay, go on.
Right. All right. The next one is Janet Jackson.
I just want to be friends with her. I don't want to sleep with her. I know she's supposed to be freaky deaky in bed and all that stuff, but I don't think I want to sleep with her. I think she's beautiful though, but no.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like Rhythm Nation Janet Jackson, I would.
Yes. Oh.
I would smash.
Yeah. Now, like Janet, Janet Jackson from the Janet album, the Velvet Rope album, when she had like her nose ring and she had like her titty ring, and she had like her labia ring.
Like one song on that album about her.
If was one of my favorite songs from that album.
Is that the one where she was like masturbating?
Oh no, that's
no, that was another. That was another one.
I love that song. But by the way, that whole album is fucking amazing. I love the whole album. But yes, that Janet was. Sexy.
Velvet Rope is an amazing album.
Yeah, that was a sexy Janet then. Yes.
Yeah.
Used to what?
I used to have that on CD.
Oh, me too. I still have it on CD. Do you know I still have all my CDs in a big ass box in the closet?
I do, but I think they got lost in the 45 moves I've made.
Oh no. No, yeah, I burned all mine in like 2004 because when iTunes had just come out or something, and I burned them all, and so I still have them though because I don't want to throw them away. It just feels wrong. But anyway, go ahead, Jason. Sorry.
No, but Velvet Rope was one of those albums that like everyone had.
Oh, it's awesome album, yeah.
Okay, so the next one is Kylie Jenner.
God no.
Why would I sleep with that thing? No,
I
don't like any of the Jenners. I would sleep with any of the Jenners or the Kardashians. I'm sorry, no.
I would pass just because she's just too young for me.
Well, that too.
She's pretty, but she's too young for me.
But she's not even. She's kind of that manufactured pretty. You know what I mean? All the makeup and all the perfect. It's just no.
Okay, the next one is Caitlyn Jenner.
No, hell no.
Listen, I didn't make the list. I just pulled up on one. I didn't make. Okay.
There is no way. No.
So so for me, it would be a hard pass.
Mm-hmm. A hard pass. Yes.
Yeah, a hard pass.
Yes.
Not just a pass. The next one is Ariana Grande.
No, I can't stand that bitch. I would not sleep with her.
No.
I would pass.
Speaking of her, while we're on the topic, did you hear that she was voted by Billboard magazine as the gay icon of her generation?
I saw that shit today, and I was like, "You have got to be fucking kidding me!"
I said, "What?" It's like, are you kidding me? She's like, how old? 10. And
clearly this comedian must be like that voted her must be like 20-year-olds.
well, I mean, it must be like the millennials doing it or something. Because I sure as hell would never ever look up at her as some kind of gay icon. She's not. What has she done for the gay community? Look at Madonna. Look at Lady Gaga. Look at people like Cher. People like that. Nothing. So fuck that.
Speaking of millennials, I would just throw this in there. There's a survey saying that millennials eat out on average of 5 times a week.
Yeah, that's probably true. But most people like that now, I think. Anyway,
Yeah.
so.
Okay, so back to the survey. Okay.
5 more,
the next one
Jason.
is-
5 more.
Okay, 5 more. Okay, the next one is Drake.
Yes.
No.
I would smash.
The hell
10
out of
times.
that.
I think Drake is so hot to me, especially when now that he has the beard and everything. Oh my god.
Well, though, I think he's good looking, and just based on a strictly sexual basis, I would have sex with him. But in his terms of his personality, I'm not really crazy about his personality because
No, he actually has a really funny sense of humor.
I know I saw him on
And
SNL and all that stuff. I know.
Yeah, so I was like,
He strikes me as kind of snide though, and kind of like the whole thing with Madonna turned me off when she kissed him and stuff on the stage and all that kind of stuff, and I don't like him. So no.
All right, the next one is Karen Huger.
She doesn't even know who that is probably, unless she watches Potomac. Karen Huger, are you kidding me? You added that on your own. I know you did. There's no way she's on that list.
No, I actually added that one on there.
I know. There's no way.
Okay, so Kim doesn't know who that is. I know for you that's a pass. It's a pass for me too.
Yes.
All right, the next one is Taylor Swift.
No. Yuck.
No.
Okay, it's a pass for me too. Okay, that was a pass for all of us.
No.
All right, two more.
Okay.
Tyra Banks.
No, I wouldn't want to sleep with her. I just want to be on her show or something. I wouldn't want to sleep with her though.
Yeah, I would pass.
And Don's not going to just to promote your business.
Yes,
and,
I don't want to sleep with her though.
that's
no.
pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Okay.
poor big.
She's pretty, but I would have to pass.
Yeah.
She just isn't my type. If I were to try to, she's pretty, but no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, two more. Odell Beckham.
I don't know who that is.
He's a football player. Google him if you have access.
Mm-hmm.
I would smash him about 50 times over. He's young as fuck, but I would smash.
Like
Odell.
football or soccer?
He's football.
Odell Beckham
If you just
Jr.
Google Odell
Beckham
Beckham-
Jr.
Yeah.
This guy, no, there's nothing about what's his hair. You're just talking about what's his face, Chris Brown's hair being blonde. His looks the same way. It's got the little frosted tips.
It's different. He's different.
I don't think he's attractive. No. I mean, I don't think he's not attractive. He's not my type. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm not interested in him. No.
Okay, I would smash.
Mm-hmm.
I'll Google him.
He looks like some like he reminds me. This is what it turns me off. I think he reminds me of some sort of like militant like Muslim black guy. So I don't like that.
I think it's because of the beard. He
I
has
don't
a
know.
thick beard.
It's just something about him. I don't like him. No.
I would smash. I would smash. If I would smash just all night long with him.
Okay, we get it. Who's the
Until
last
I
person?
just couldn't. Until I just couldn't come anymore.
Who's the last
But-
person? Okay, come on. Who's the last person?
Okay, the last one. Let me try to find a good. Katie Couric.
Katie Couric?
Yeah.
No.
No.
All right, hard pass. Okay, one more. Okay, Miley Cyrus, and then I'm done.
Which Miley Cyrus? Seriously, she's so different now.
Are we talking about the Bangers era? Or
Yeah.
Are we just talking about,
I mean, like now she's Malibu era. I think now maybe the way she is now in the Malibu video and her new album and stuff. But I didn't really think she was interesting when she. I mean, no. Generally, no. Probably not. No. And also the whole time she'd be like, "Oh my god!" I mean, that would annoy me. So no, I couldn't deal with it.
I think I would smash only if it was the Bangers era.
Now, if it were her fiance, Liam Hemsworth, you didn't ask about any of the Hemsworths. The answer is yes
They're not
and
on
yes.
the list.
I'm putting them on the list, and the answer is yes.
Oh, Beyonce, Liam Neeson, and
Liam Neeson. Who's that? Oh
you
no,
said Liam Neeson.
no, Liam Hemsworth.
Oh, sorry,
Chris
sorry.
Hemsworth's brother. Liam
Oh,
Neeson
no, I
played
would- I
Abe
would
Lincoln. No.
I was smashed.
Okay.
But as far as Miley Cyrus, in the Bangers era, because she was mainly into a lot of hip hop,
Yes,
and
she
it seemed like
was.
she liked to do drugs. Not that I want to do drugs, but I would be okay being around it.
Mhm.
But and she's not. She's like to have a good time. So I would say smash just based on that.
All right. Well, that was fun though.
The
Jason.
Malibu era, not too much.
That was fun. That was a fun game. Thanks for bringing that up.
So yeah, I'm gonna start bringing no more games on every
Yes,
week.
do please do.
Okay.
By the way, Kim, we thank you so much for calling in. It was so nice to talk to you.
Yes.
I always love talking to you, and I get to talk
It
to
was
you.
nice. It was nice to talk to you.
Good.
I can't even speak. So,
Thank you. Me too.
Hey, I wanted to ask you guys,
yeah.
because this just fun.
Sure.
Because I watch all the little people shows.
Yes.
Are those people really in Dallas?
Yeah, my mom watches that show, Little People Dallas or whatever it's called. Yeah, she watches it.
I had never heard of that show.
I think they are. I've never watched it. I know she watches it, but I'm sure if they weren't really in Dallas, she would have told me by now. Oh, they're not really in Dallas. They just, because that's how she is. But
Well, one girl from Atlanta, the twins from Atlanta, the one twin from the Atlanta show, they moved there from Dallas. And the one twin supposedly moving back to Dallas.
Oh yeah, because I know they have the Little Women of LA, then they have the Little Women of Atlanta.
Yes, and then there's also Women of Dallas, but I think it just they had one season last year, and then they had their reunion thing, and it said they got picked up for another season, but I haven't seen any more shows yet.
Oh no, I've never watched it, but I think it's in Dallas. I'm sure if they say they're in Dallas or in Dallas. Now, of course, when they say Dallas, it could be Dallas adjacent, like Plano, North Dallas, like a suburb.
Or Fort Worth or some shit.
Yeah, they always say if you live in Fort Worth, you're in Dallas. It's not true, but anyway, yeah. But I don't know.
My sister-in-law used to live in Fort Worth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. And just to the people, I just want to put that out there.
That explains a lot, by the way. Go ahead, Jason.
To the people that think that Dallas and some people think for some reason that Dallas and Fort Worth are like 15 minutes apart. No.
45
Dallas
minutes.
and Fort Worth is like an hour drive.
It's
apart,
40. It's 45 minutes away if you have decent traffic. Yes.
No, but I can't tell you how many times my relative's like, oh, I thought that was just like 10 minutes away, 15. I'm like, no, it's a little bit of a drive.
Until she lived there, and she lived in Arlington, and we actually went to Fort Worth, downtown Fort Worth, for something.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was an experience.
The stockyards and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they had like the big steers.
Yeah.
We went to at the time she was married to a black man, and we walked into a restaurant, a barbecue place, and there was like this table of
rednecks.
They look like J.R. Ewings is what they look like. They had their hats on and their collared and whatnot. Well, she and my daughter had walked in ahead of us. I think she took her to the bathroom or something. Well, her husband and I walked in together, and I have never been looked at like that in my life. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, how do you guys deal with this?
That is Texas.
I was like, oh my God, what the hell? And I didn't realize why I was being stared at. And then I realized Rick was next to me. I'm like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I felt horrible. I was like, you people really do this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
To other human beings?
Yeah. My mom and dad, when I was little, she told me, they were living in a place, and my dad had gone outside or whatever, and this white guy said, I didn't know you had that trash in there, talking about my mother because she's white trash because she's with a black man. And every time he would see her, he'd call her a nigger lover and, shit like that. I mean, yeah, of course that was a long time ago, but yeah, go ahead.
I don't understand why even interracial relationships still bother people these days.
Because people are ignorant, stupid. I mean, why does anything... I mean, people are just dumb. Liberal people don't give a shit, okay? Because we have hearts and we give a fuck. Conservative people are just fucking assholes. That's all there is to it. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. They're just assholes. So there's no reason for them to be that way. Okay. Anyway, so we'll be back next week, everybody. Thanks for listening to our show. We had a long show tonight. We really loved that Kim called in tonight. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yes, we love it.
So much fun having you calling and shaking things up a little bit for us. So we appreciate that. And
Kim, go ahead and give out your if you want to do this, you can give out your Instagram if you want people to follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, if you want to, feel free.
What is my Instagram? Oh, it's Kimberly with 2 E's.
Yes.
Marie 76 or 71?
I think it's 76, I think. I can't remember.
I think it's 76, yeah.
But
I think it's Kimberly with 2 E's, Marie 76, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Shows how often I, look at my own stuff.
Right.
But that's what it is. But if you, look at Donovan or Jason's, you can probably find me.
Yeah, we'll find it. She comments on us all the time, so it's cool.
Right.
So, and we'll be back next July. Actually, it'll be July the 27th at around 10 p.m. So if you guys want to listen, feel free to call in 214-377-0481 when I tell you
Oh, you give out the
the
number
end of the
now?
show, right? Sorry. Or you can call us via Skype by calling Off Limits Show. And feel free to email us or message us or text us or whatever you can do at Off Limits Show. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We're a GayXYZ show right now. GayXYZshow.com. You can also find us on Facebook, GayXYZ Show there, and also on Twitter, and also on Spreaker. And Jason, you want to tell us about where we can find you?
You can follow me on Instagram. My name is FireandIce17.
Yes. So we thank you for listening. Everybody stay gay, stay happy, and we'll talk to you next time. Good night, everybody.
Stay gay. Bye.
Bye.